of great peace and prosperity in Texas. War was passed. Cattlemen were getting rich, feeding a nation. Then, drought hit. By 1883, a relentless sun dried up most of the state's precious water sources, cracking the earth and baking it solid. It also ignited a feud that had been smoldering between landless cattlemen who fed their cattle on the open range and permanent ranchers who fenced their property with barbed wire. Cut off from good water and grass, the open rangers soon picked up wire cutters and took matters into their own hands. They organized raiding parties and rode out in the night, burning what they couldn't cut, threatening anyone who dared challenge them. By fall, the Vandals had caused more than $20 million in damages. One of the biggest cattlemen to suffer such loss was Thomas Lawson Odom, owner of the Chadbourn Ranch. But as a newly elected representative to the 18th Texas legislature, he was in a position to do something about the raids. In a special session, fence cutting was made a crime punishable with prison time. But the new law didn't solve the problem. For Odom, it made matters worse. The raiders targeted him personally. After losing several miles of wire on a single night, Odom hatched a new plan. He approached the Texas Rangers about setting up an undercover operation. Only one brave man volunteered. Ben Warren was quickly sworn in as a Texas Ranger. Ranger Warren spent months making contacts and collecting evidence. Armed with the proof he needed, warrants were finally issued and the trial dates set. To get a conviction, Warren would have to testify. That was something the fence cutters just couldn't let happen. On the cold Tuesday night of February 10th, 1885, Ben Warren and Thomas Odom were sitting by a stove in the Sweetwater Hotel office, no doubt discussing the trial that was to begin in the morning. Suddenly a shot rang out. A lead bullet crashed through the window, whistled past Odom's head, and struck Warren in the face. The lawman was killed instantly. During the confusion, the gunman escaped. Thomas Odom took Ranger Warren's coffin and carried him to Fort Chadbourn for burial. Warren was survived by his wife and 9 children, the last one born 8 months after his father's death. Odom would later testify that he found boot prints behind a fence just outside the window. He believed the assassin had taken the left-handed firing position with a rifle. His hunch would lead to the arrest of 3 men. 2 were convicted. But no record can be found that either served a day in prison. No record of justice, just the loss of a good man. It's not known how that loss affected the old cattle rancher. He never put his thoughts to paper. But he must have held Ben Warren to some fond regard, as he personally laid the brave lawman to rest only 20 yards from the Odom family plot. For more than 130 years, Odom's own monument has watched over the heroic Texas Ranger. So it was only fitting that in 2015, Garland Richards, T.L. Odom's great-great-great-grandson, would be the one who placed the official Ranger marker on Ben Warren's grave. A gesture of gratitude and respect from the state of Texas and a grateful family.
Oh, 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 oh,